Here today with freshman Amy Ahlers. She's from Albion, Nebraska, and we're talking about her first semester here and kind of how things got started with the golf season. You had a great high school career at Boone Central, so I'm sure you had some opportunities to go other places too. Why did you decide on Concordia?
It was a really tough decision. I'm not good at making decisions anyway, so it was not easy. I really looked at Dakota Wesleyan really hard, and I ended up choosing where I felt like I fit in best and what program would fit me. So I'm really happy with my decision, and I don't regret anything. So
now talk about the foundation you built as a high school golfer and how that gave you confidence now going into college competition.
Okay. My high school golf team was just the best. Like, I had some of the most awesome experiences with my teammates and with winning 3 state championships as a team. That was just unbelievable. It was something that I can never even describe. So that was great. It gave us opportunities to be better, and we always strived for the best. And I think being with my teammates that I was, it made me a lot better player. It was always a competition between us and other teams. So it was so fun, and I would go back and do it in a heartbeat if I could.
How long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf forever. Ever since I was old enough to walk, I'd always go with my parents and play with them. So.
Is it a game that came naturally to you, or is it something you've really had to work hard on to get where you are at this point?
I think starting out, it came naturally, and I realized how much I enjoyed it. And the further along I came, I went to several different people to get help and all sorts of things. And I played so much during the summer, and I practiced a lot, and because I knew that hard work was what would get me places, so I worked hard at it.
What makes the sport enjoyable for you?
Just everything about it. I love the game of golf so much, and I'm so passionate about it, and I think it's something I really enjoy, and I don't know, it relaxes me sometimes. Sometimes it's stressful, but it's fun. So.
Who have been some of your major influences in the sport? Is there someone who really kind of took you under their wing?
I would say my parents most of all. I owe everything to them. They've stayed patient with me through everything, and they've given me the opportunities I needed to. And I also went to Hilton Head, South Carolina when I was an 8th grader, the year after my 8th grade year. I went to a golf camp down there, and they told me everything I was doing was wrong, and it was really frustrating, but it was from that experience that I realized the potential I did have and what I could go from there. So.
You tied for first at the final GPAC qualifier of the fall season. How good did that feel to have your best round so far at an important meet like that?
It felt really good. I had no idea. I didn't think it was going to happen, and I kind of messed up the last hole. I should have come in the 70s, and I wanted that really bad, but I was really excited with it overall, and I'm excited that things kind of started turning around for me, because at the beginning of the season I was getting frustrated, but it all came to a good end. So.
What kinds of adjustments are there going from high school golf to college golf, and how have you been able to handle that?
I think at first it was just a lot of change, and it was frustrating because my golf game wasn't there anymore, and I didn't know where to find it, and my timing was off, and nothing seemed to be working. But as I started adjusting, it got better, and it came back slowly, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like you said, you didn't get off to the start maybe you wanted to, but how did your play this fall match up with kind of the expectations you had for your first fall season?
I was really disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning, it was so frustrating because during the summer I played so well, and I was really hoping that I could come into college, playing that way I did. But it happens, and it's just the game of golf. You can't really do anything about it except just keep at it and stay patient through it all. So.
Now you're in 8th place in the conference after the 2 qualifiers in the fall. And what will it take for you to stay in the top 10 with 2 more in the spring season?
I was kind of disappointed that I dug myself in such a big hole after the first GPAC, but I think I just got to go out and play my game, and I got to be confident in what I know I can do. And I think just by not worrying about what everyone else is doing and trying to compete with them and just playing my own game, I think I'll be all right. So.
Let's talk about what the schedule is like for a college golfer. September is the busiest month as far as fall college golf. What is a typical week like for you during that time? Making sure you get the practice you need in on the course, but also your classwork too.
It was crazy. At first I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, this is just a lot to take in at once. But I mean, it's just, you figure out how to get everything done. And I mean, golf's a pretty high priority on my list, so I always made sure that I felt like my golf game was where it needed to be, and from then on it all worked out. So
now, you wrote in your student athlete bio form that everyone submits that you enjoy scrapbooking. How did that hobby develop, and what kinds of things do you scrapbook?
As I was growing up, me and my mom, we always spent a lot of time just kind of in our craft room together, and it was always so much fun. So through my high school years, I had a lot of golf articles from newspapers and stuff, and so I would cut those out and just scrapbook those and make sure that I could keep all that stuff together so I could keep those memories and all that.
Now you've chosen elementary education as a major. What excites you about that career path?
I'm just so excited. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be a teacher, and so now that it's actually becoming a reality and getting closer, I'm really excited. I love working with kids, and I'm just excited to be that influence in their life that I always looked forward to. So.